No, no, no. I'm saying that I'm unconventional and I have to get up from the seat really quick and I have to let my dog
You're
go.
unconventional. Try being out in the cold for 8 hours. Like, I mean, so you have to get up from the seat.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wait. I mean.
No, I'm saying that my dog has to. My dog has to go pee, and I have to open the door. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, you have to open the door.
I have to open. That's it. That's all I was trying to tell you. So give me 2 seconds, and I'll let my dog out. All right. Hey, thanks for waiting. My dog had to go pee, and we don't have a doggy door, so.
So is the stream rolling again?
Yeah, it's up. If they have a black screen, they just need to hit refresh.
I don't.
Some
black screen.
I don't know why.
Well, I don't see you sitting in your chair.
Well, because it's time delayed.
Oh, okay, there I see you.
Yeah, there's always a time delay, so. But yeah, no. I've been following Occupy actually way longer than you probably have, and have seen what it's done to other countries and things like that, and so no, I'm not okay with the whole Occupy thing at all.
So I don't understand what Black Lives Matter has to do directly with Occupy. Like I do understand. I believe that there's a lot of systemic roadblocks that are in place that keep people from progressing.
Like what?
And that's people of all color. But like, we really need to address. Why it is that people of color are unable to advance to the level of their white counterparts. And so I'm kind of clueless on some of this. I don't understand where all of the assistance to law enforcement comes in. Because if you say that you're afraid of socialist and communistic ideas, then you should really be for small government, right?
Well, first of all, I've never said that.
Because I heard you earlier on your stream, and I've heard this complaint a lot. So let's address this. So that when people block traffic, that they're preventing sovereign citizens or however you want to say that, from traveling freely, and they're also preventing commerce, and they're also preventing the government from traveling freely on those roads. However, it's the government who's dictating which routes you take, right? So if we were all like really down with like constitutionalism and all of that kind of jazz, right? We shouldn't be on roads. We should be able to go wherever the hell we want, whenever we want. These roads and these pathways have been dictated by the government. So I'm kind of interested to hear your thoughts on that.
I'm just trying to, because what you do is you like to do the attack, put words in the mouth, and then jump onto another subject. I'm not
jumping. I'm just saying, like, I mean, I'm going back.
See, kind of like how you're doing right now. You ask a question.
It sounds like you're afraid to have logical debate.
See, no, because you're the one interrupting. I haven't interrupted you at all.
Okay.
Again, and so maybe you can ask me one simple question, and then shush, and I'll answer it. How about that?
Well, A, I don't allow people to talk to me like that, and B, I don't think that what you're trying to do, and I don't think the points that you're trying to make can be fizzled down, can be filtered down into one point. So if we need to take this slower, I can absolutely do that.
Yes.
So
bring it down for me. I'm a very slow person. So ask me one question and then don't go on to 10 more. Just try one. I'm very slow.
So if you're intimidated by the Occupy movement, that means you should be for small government. So why are you intimidated, and why are you cooperating with police?
Okay, let's try this again. That was 4 questions. You feel me?
I think that's why I'm on this side of the fence and you're on that side of the fence.
But do you feel me?
Right.
You feel me? I'm looking
I
for.
totally do, because I can't slow it down for you anymore.
There goes the interruption thing again. I mean, no.
Why don't you ask your own questions? Why don't you interview yourself? Maybe that would be easier.
No, I called to learn about you. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people on here that want to know about you, and you can't seem to.
Okay, so what is your issue with the Occupy movement?
Well, it's run by communists, anarchists, jihadis, and white guilt liberal progressives.
White guilt liberal progressives. Do I fall under that category?
I don't know. You tell me which of those ones you would.
So I would like to know, this is a simple question, we're going point by point. How would you categorize me?
Well, based on after hearing you talk, and you talk about the barricades and all this other stuff about how people are not, based on their skin color in this country, are not allowed to advance, I would throw you into the white guilt liberal progressive.
So, could you define white guilt for me?
Black Lives Matter.
How is that guilt? I just see that as being a human being. I don't understand how that's guilt.
Well, I don't think that I should ever have to say Black Lives Matter, because why wouldn't they? To make the point of a particular group, you're actually doing them no justice by actually saying, "Hey, look, we need to pinpoint this particular one. All lives matter." And you wouldn't put that on a sign. That's stupid too.
Well, I don't think that. So I don't think that saying Black Lives Matter equates to not all lives mattering. So that's been one of these big things that we've been hearing over and over again, is that Black Lives Matter excludes a whole bunch of other people from the movement. And I think we need to focus on people that need to be lifted up and to be able to be more equal before we can focus on all lives matter. So it's not a threat to who you are or to who I am to say those things, right? So I mean, I want you to repeat back what you said to yourself out loud. You just said why should they matter? I mean, you literally said that. You said, why should they matter? Why should they?
Well, that was a clever try, but what I said is it's so stupidly obvious that all lives matter. It's so stupidly obvious that every black life matters. Why do you need to put it on a sign? But that was a nice try.
I'm just repeating back to you what you said. Literally, you're why should they?
No, I said why should we even say it when it's obvious? But that's okay. I
don't think that it is obvious. I think that's what you like to believe because you're afraid of confronting systemic racism. I don't think, and I think this is what scares a lot of people away, yourself included. Saying something's racist doesn't necessarily mean you are racist. It means that there is a systemic problem and that things need to change in order to promote equality.
So let me ask you this, and I'll keep it really simple.
Well, I'm not the person that has problems keeping up babies, so...
No, I do. I'm doing this for me. What is it that blacks, because you're saying that this is about... See, I don't think this is about race at all. But if you're going to say that that this is about race, then give me a couple of, or just one. Give me one example of what can a black person not accomplish in this country if they wanted to do it. And don't say president, because that's not fair. What is one thing that a black person in this country couldn't do that white people could?
Pull out a cell phone and not be shot for 500, Alex.
What'd you say?
Pull out a cell phone and not be shot for 500, Alex.
500. Oh, I got, okay, the Jeopardy thing. Okay, I got you. You think I would know that being in California, right? But I don't. I was once on, I actually was on The Price is Right one time. That was pretty cool.
I believe that.
I was. I never got up on stage, though. I was on Contestants Row. But I always had this knucklehead next to me that would, like, outbid me by, like, $100 and then $1. And so I never got up. But I got some cool sheets out of it.
He totally studied those socialist coupon ads way too much. Alright,
okay.
So, I mean, basically, I don't know. I'm still trying to get down to the root of why you harass me, why I as Candy harasses me, why other people like yourselves who think that they're preserving American life, freedom, and liberty are harassing me and black leadership. For the most part, I want to make it very clear that the people that you're harassing are militant, nonviolent resistors.
Militant, nonviolent. That's awesome. Hey, just really quick, can you give me one example of how I've harassed you? I'm just curious.
Well, I mean, I think that watching the streams, calling things into the police, making fun of people, calling people names, collaborating with Candy, who has called 5 to 20 times my cell phone today. The fact that you guys stir each other up, I don't understand what the objective is, because 9 times out of 10, you're not harassing people that are doing the things that you say you're upset about. You're harassing people. I'm not fighting for my life, right? But I'm standing here. I'm taking a stand so other people can live. So you're just basically harassing people that are taking a stand against the government and saying, we're here, we have the right to breathe, our lives matter, and we're going to resist you on this. We're going to resist you.
So let's...
And if that means disrupting traffic, and if that means shutting down a government building by blocking entrances, then so be it. You're harassing people that are engaged in militant, nonviolent, civil disobedience. But they're not engaged in all of the other things that you talk about. So, I heard you earlier saying that you wanted to do a citizen's arrest on someone because they were blocking the freeway.
Yeah.
And I understand that that's your right. I understand that you've researched that. I understand that you think that that is okay. But I don't understand the correlation between you being afraid of large government and wealth distribution and communism and things like that, and and how you encourage citizens to engage in the government against other citizens. I don't understand that.
Well, I don't know. I think you've got me all wrong, because
No, I don't have you all wrong.
Okay.
Because you call the police and you report things that aren't really real crimes.
like,
You engage the police. You act like you are a service. I've seen you call the police. I've seen you call dispatch. You're wanting to do a citizen's arrest.
but this
on
is
a
the
live
first. This is
streamer.
the first time.
Wait a second.
Okay.
On a live streamer who is a member of the press, whether you like it or not, because it's a constitutional protected right. Everyone is a member of the press. So if they're not actively participating and they are filming, broadcasting, and amplifying, you are actually encouraging and or planning on infringing on somebody's constitutional rights yourself.
Okay. So again, just really quick, I would like to know one thing that I've done whatsoever to harass. Just one.
Well, let's just deal with what you talked about.
Go ahead,
to me
avoid
on the
it.
phone tonight. Let's deal with that.
Go ahead. I mean, the last 15.
Go out
The
and
last,
perform a citizen's
last
arrest
15.
on Brian Hayes, who is live streaming, amplifying, broadcasting, and engaging in his right as a citizen
It's illegal.
to share freedom of the press.
It's illegal.
That's harassment.
It's illegal.
That's harassment by you
It's illegal.
and the police. No matter who does it, it's harassment.
It's illegal.
I'm listening.
It's illegal.
But just because it's legal doesn't make it right. And you're saying it's
No. I said
and
what?
it can be contested constitutionally.
It's
Just because people
illegal.
haven't engaged you
Here,
on
I'll
a
try
very
this.
legal
Mic
level
check.
with constitutional attorneys and
check.
taken to the Supreme Court doesn't
Mic
mean you're
check.
right.
Mic check. It is illegal what they're doing.
What is illegal about it? If he's not an active participant,
Yes,
he's
he was.
engaging in his right as a citizen to amplify, broadcast, and protest, okay, and to engage in freedom of the press, to participate in that right. What is illegal about it? And beyond that, because you're finding a small technicality in the law,
It is illegal.
Wait a second. Why is it that you, as somebody who is afraid of big government, is participating in helping law enforcement silence those who are engaging in their constitutional freedom?
See, the thing is like, here's my hands and stuff. Like, I don't have a script in front of me. It is
I don't
illegal.
have a script either, baby. I'm just that good. I'm just that good.
It is illegal. That's it. That's the only reason. I called the police because it's illegal. That's it. That's
Okay,
it.
so you're just calling on bullshit stuff.
No,
And you're
illegal
gonna
stuff.
you're gonna go citizens arrest him?
Yes.
That's harassment.
No.
And
It's legal. It's what he's
are
doing.
you a constitutionalist? I mean, what do you consider yourself? Like, how would you gauge yourself politically?
I would probably call myself like a weak constant. I'm not really big on, I can't.
Freedom of the press?
I can't go out and
Black
quote.
lives?
Well, I mean, I can't answer. I mean, why don't you answer it for me? How about that? Whatever.
No, I mean, okay, I'll be quiet. I'm sorry. We're going point by point. Like, I'm a little frustrated right now because your ideals aren't matching up.
But I haven't told you.
You tell me your
I haven't
ideals
told you.
aren't matching up with your actions.
I haven't told
Do
you.
you consider yourself
I can't tell you. You
I'll be
won't let
quiet.
me. You don't know anything about me. I haven't said a damn word. It's all you. But I wanted this to be more about you. But I mean, if you want to ask me a question, I'll be more than happy to answer it. Or we.
How do you gauge yourself politically? How would you categorize yourself politically?
A constitutionalist. That would be me. Now you, white, guilt, liberal, progressive. So there, we've.
That's not a political position.
No, it is.
A.
It is. You're a white, guilt, liberal, progressive.
Okay. All right. So I didn't tell you what you were, but you're going to tell me what I am.
Yeah.
I'm one of the few constitutionalists, honestly, that's outstanding with people of color to make change.
Right.
So there you have it.
I gotcha. Okay. Now, really quick.
Okay, so you're a constitutionalist. I still don't understand why you
But I called for you.
are engaging in helping the police enforce laws that are non-constitutional. Can you explain that to me?
How is walking the opposite direction of traffic going? Let's see. I live near LA. 80 miles an hour on the freeway. How is walking backwards trying to cause accidents
If
and
he's not
kill
actually
people?
engaging in the protest, and if he's there to film, amplify, and broadcast, he is there as a member of the press. He does have to follow everyday laws, but he does have a right to follow people that are engaged in activity in order to record it. So, I mean, that's freedom of the press right there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's like laws and there's constitutional laws against let me see how I can phrase this for you so you'll understand. And not impeding on free movement, if you'll say, like one's ability to free travel. So when you talk about the freeways and when you talk about the interstates and you talk about laws that have been put into place like speed limits, that's actually a violation of Constitution. So because citizens have the right to travel freely and unencumbered. So that's one interpretation of the law, right? So you're interpreting the law and then you're going to go out and enforce it. I just don't understand some of these things that you're doing.
That's a whole lot of putting words in mouth, but that's cool.
Well, I mean, but you don't understand what I'm doing either, but I don't call and harass you. I don't help the police prosecute you. I don't try and find out where you live. I don't broadcast your telephone number. I don't do those things.
Well, you do know that, like, neither have I ever.
Yeah, you did, because you just put my number in your stream chat.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
You sure about that? Because I've never, in fact, I've never ever given out anybody's number.
Your buddy I has candy is clicking in.
I don't know. I don't even know what that means.
Your buddy I has candy is calling my phone.
Oh, do it. Go a three-way. Go for it.
He just hung up. Do you want to give me his number so I can call him back?
I don't give numbers over the air. I never will. But you called him. You called him back earlier.
Yeah, just one of his bot numbers. He's calling again. So, my basic thing is, I hope that at some point in time we can all come to some sort of understanding. It's very clear that you see activists as opposition. And it's very, very sad that you guys have focused and dialed in on some of these things when people aren't concerned with you. They're not concerned with the individual. They're really concerned with the state. They're really concerned with the systemic changes that need to take place. I think we all know, myself included as an ally, that we can't change every single individual's mind. We're just talking about the system, the justice system. We're talking about the training. We're talking about all of these things that can make a difference for humanity. So the fact that you laser focus in on individuals it's nonsensical to me. Perhaps you see it differently, but I mean, I wish you the best of luck. I hope that someday you'll join us, because I don't think what you believe is the reality is honestly the reality.
But you don't know what you you don't know what I believe because you won't shut up long enough to hear it.
Okay. Well, let me be quiet. I'm sorry. I am frustrated.
Well, no,
So
I'm trying.
I will be
that's
quiet.
That's why I'm letting you talk. I mean, I called you. I want it to be about you. But you've put nothing.
Well, you can't have it both ways. You can't say like I wanted it to be about you, but you won't shut up. So I mean that's not fair right there. But
no, if you ask me a question and then give me my answer, that doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way for me either. You make a whole bunch of leaps based upon what you think are my ideals when you mirror these broadcasts.
Well, the broadcasts, all they do is show it live.
Your commentary is pretty sizzling, but all right. So, okay, so let me be quiet. What is it that you think would be of benefit for people that watch my stuff to know?
A benefit to watch? Okay, let me just make sure I understand.
People that follow me, because you have your own followers, right? And I basically said what my position was. What do you think that people that follow me would like to know about you and your position?
Well, I think that people that go out and destroy property, I think people that go out and block the streets,
block traffic? I'm sorry, that was I Have Candy again, leaving a voicemail. It beeped in.
Why don't you just put him on when he calls back?
Well, because I'm really just using this to document how many times he calls me. He's already been warned that he's harassing me. So,
right.
Go ahead.
Well, so I am against anyone that is a communist,
okay,
an anarchist,
communist, okay,
a jihadi,
okay.
It's Jihadi.
What's that?
Jihadi.
Okay. Oh no, jihadi. Okay, so you just spelled it for me. I missed that. Okay,
yeah,
jihadi.
Right.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, like
okay.
like Basem. Basem is a jihadi. He's a lower end one, but he's a jihadi. And white guilt liberal progressives, and I have added another category. It's unions, but I haven't. I corrupt unions is the last one. Corrupt unions.
So do police unions fall underneath that category?
Most all of them have, because the police aren't doing anything for the taxpayer right now with letting you guys do anything that you want out there.
Okay. Well, I don't think they let any of us do exactly what we want. But okay, so police unions are corrupt. We can agree on that point. Okay, so you're against anybody that falls underneath that category.
Well, like I said, corrupt unions, yes. That's it.
So police unions.
No. That all.
Well, that's what you did say that. You can't backpedal.
You asked me a question.
You said that you think they're doing a shit show job. So okay, so we've got police unions on that list.
I already
Let's
said
agree
that.
on that and move forward.
I already said that. I'm trying to add to it. I'm not taking it away.
Okay. I'm excited. I like this list.
That's good. And corrupt unions.
Okay. Is that the end of the list?
That's it, right there in a nutshell. That's.
So how do you categorize somebody as communist? Because quite personally, I think anybody that pays their taxes is participating in communism on some level.
Gotcha. No, I think all of those points stand on their own.
Okay.
That's it.
So if that stands on its own, do you have a definition of anarchist? Because, there's so many broad thing. You know, there's so many broad definitions. I'm really trying to get a grasp on what you call communism, what you call anarchy. Here's my problem, and tell me what you think about this, and I will be quiet after this, like, little blip.
I'll make you a friendly bet that you won't.
Huh?
I'll make you a friendly bet that...
What?
I'll make you a friendly bet that you won't stay quiet.
I'm sorry. That's what happened. Like, you know, smart girls, like, we're just whips, right? Like, so, like, we're excited about stuff, and we want to talk, and we're fast, and we interject things.
But are
so I will try. So, like, okay. So, I know, it's a pain in the ass, right? So, okay. So, my thing is that I see a lot of
don't put words in my don't put words in my mouth. Don't put words in my mouth about the smart girl thing, though. Just want to get that straight.
Oh, so I'm not smart.
I don't know. I just don't insinuate that I try. I mean,
I think I'm totally running circles around you right now, dude. But all right,
I'm totally letting you.
Okay, so what I find funny is that conservatives, people that are for small government, and people like yourself, not necessarily yourself, right, who say that they're mild, watered-down constitutionalists, you know, like, bitch about paying taxes, right? Like, they want smaller government, less taxes, free commerce, capitalist, like, all that kind of good stuff, right? But then, like, when it comes to paying taxes and making a point about socialist programs, the, like, badge of honor that y'all wear is paying your taxes, right? It's like, my taxes are going to people that sit on welfare. My taxes are doing blah, 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 blah. So, like, on one hand, it's this awesome badge of, I'm a real American, I pay my taxes go to taking care of your ass. And then on the other hand, it's like, fuck you taxes, we don't want to pay you anymore. I get so confused by that. Could you explain more about it?
I can't speak on any of that besides what I believe. I mean, I can't tell you about anybody else other than myself.
I'm listening.
I think some taxes should be paid, and I think that most all of them shouldn't.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. I don't understand. All right. So some taxes should be paid. Do you have like a qualifier for that about what taxes should be paid? So is that sales tax? Is that tax on cigarettes? Is that tax on booze? Is that personal property tax? Is that income tax?
Just my fair share.
Employment tax? I pay that. I'm
just
sure
my
you do,
fair
right?
share. Just my fair share. That's it.
Your fair share of what, and what does that go to finance if you're for small government?
Well, it should go for the things that are in the Constitution. That's it.
Okay. I'm not really sure I understand that, but okay, things that are in the Constitution. So some of your taxes, I should be able to apply for a grant to continue my work as an independent journalist under the freedom of the press.
I'm sorry, was that a question?
Yeah, it was a question.
Oh, I thought you were going to, like, just run around circles on the last thing that I said.
I know. I'm good at those circles, baby.
Oh, I just block them out. So I try to come back in at the right times. No, I mean, there's, 360 million people in the United States?
I don't count them, but sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's like 300, man.
Alright.
So there's, like, about 360 million people in the United States, and my fair share would be 1/360 millionth of the tax. That's it.
Okay. Well, you know that the police can't properly fund their militarized gear. That way, we also can't maintain the highways that you're so concerned about people blocking that way. There's a lot of things that we can't maintain if you're talking about that. And there are other countries that do that, right? So there's a 30% or a 20% flat tax that is somebody's share, and they have socialized medicine.
I think we could pay for all that stuff if we got rid of all the, handouts.
Yeah, but some of the standouts that you're talking about legitimately have a need, right? So I'm kind of confused on that. Just for the record, Candy has called me no less than 10 times since we've been on the phone.
I couldn't tell you.
To quit calling my phone.
You see, you make a lot of assumptions. I don't even know the guy. I've called him.
Well, how'd you manage to call him? You guys are like DMing back and forth. What account is he using on Twitter to DM?
Well, because he hadn't said anything. See, the thing is, I didn't even know who this person was, I think, until about like maybe 2 weeks ago. And there was like a bunch of people talking about it and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And then he put his number in the room and said, call me. And I'm like, I don't know who this person is. I have no idea. And so
here's my deal. Like, I just think that when you guys point out that people can't possibly be working because they're involved in activism-oriented activities, and you have time to, like, call the police and gather evidence and whittle down videos and all that kind of stuff, that raises questions in my mind as to, what you actually do. But, I don't know. You just said that you would DM Candy. Obviously, you're DMing him on an account. And these are the same things that he says.
On what account?
Everybody's still... I don't know. You said that you're going to DM him, so obviously you're following one of his Twitter accounts, correct?
No, I don't know. I don't. I just found out tonight what his Twitter was.
Okay.
And in fact, the only reason why you were listening earlier, see, you know an awful lot about me for never having seen my stream before.
I've never seen it before.
But yet you know all this stuff about me that has been completely false. It might throw you for a loop, but I'm the one who's actually saying every single time over the stream that no, most of these people do have jobs. In fact, most of them have very good jobs.
I appreciate you saying that.
Well, because
honestly,
let me finish. Because I've been following, the group for well over 3.5 years. I probably know more about the whole thing than you do, but what I'm saying is that, like, you came in here with all of these things, made accusations, and then ran on to the next subject. So I never got to say anything. I just let you run with it. But as far as, because I have the floor at the moment, no, most of these people do. I think most of the people that you guys stream with the loud mouths and stuff, I think most of those people don't. But for the most part, the majority of all these people out in marches and whatnot, protests and all this other stuff, the majority of them do have jobs, and I've been saying it since day one. Now, you have to understand something. I'm not in control of anybody that goes in your room and all this other stuff. In fact, I don't even go into your guys' rooms. All I do is just restream it. That's it. I'm doing my thing. I have no idea what people are doing. There's no racism in my room tolerated it. In fact, most of the bans in my room have been because of drive-by porn, where they put a porn link in or something. And for people saying the N-word, I think it's disgusting. I think it's horrible. And I've banned the word monkey. I've banned the word ape. I've banned the word. I've went and gone and done all that stuff. So I think you have me. I think you have me way off. And really, all you know about me is the stuff that you've slightly let me take an answer on, and that's so that's why I called you, so that people can. So let's change the subject a little bit. Let's talk about you and your crush on Rev Z. Is this true or not?
It totally is true.
It's totally true.
No.
So there you go, guys. No. Totally true.
No, it's not true at
all. It's not true.
None. There's no truth to that.
There's no truth. You know, it's kind of funny because, like, you've been like that kind of voice the whole time. And then as soon as I asked the Rev Z question, like, you went into a no.
Well, because I think it's funny that a lot of people assume that women can't be partnered with men in business or in any other type of endeavor without having a crush on them or wanting to fuck them. Like, so I hear that a lot, and I think it's silly and crazy, right? But no, I mean, there's nothing going on between him and I. Not that I have to qualify that or justify it, but it speaks to misogyny. It really speaks to another systematic problem, which is that, you know, women have to be engaged in some sort of nasty, I mean, not nasty, I mean, sex isn't nasty, but like engaged in some sort of activity with men that they do business with, or that they share a common interest with. And so, I mean, you say you have a wife, you say you have children, and I don't know what gender those children are, but I would encourage you as a man to keep exploring that, and why you would think that that would even be true.
No, I just asked a question, that was it. I didn't give my opinion, I just asked.
Well, no, I mean, you asked the question, and then you said, but I can hear a change in tone in your voice, like you're assigning that to me, right?
Well, yeah. Let's see if you do it again. Do you have a crush on Rev Z?
Totally do.
See?
No, I don't.
Your voice changed. You giggle.
I really think it's funny.
You giggle.
You say that I'm
you
like
giggle.
all militant
You giggle. You
and
have a
feminist,
nervous.
and then when you ask me this question, I'm like,
you have a nervous giggle. It's
I
okay.
I kind of like him too.
It's okay. I think he's a good. I can't even say that. I can't do it with a straight face. See, the difference is my face is on the stream. He's not that good looking. No, in fact, I have no idea.
Well, let me ask you a question. How long have you been married?
I have been married. Jeez, 13 years.
Do you still fuck your wife?
Wow. Yes.
Okay, well, you couldn't say that with a straight face either. So do you really still fuck her, or are those like children that you made,
well,
I don't, alien babies, lizard babies?
Because I don't
I mean,
talk,
come on.
I don't talk that way. I don't even cuss. I mean,
Okay, do you still stoop your wife?
Yeah.
You guys still engage in conjugal relations?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Do it missionary position. Do you flip it over, rub it down? Oh no. I mean, come on, like really, like you asked that type of question, and just I flip that on you.
I didn't ask.
Come on.
I didn't ask anything other than, do you like the guy? That's it.
Of course, I like him. He's a good guy.
That's all you had to say.
Like
See, that was the first.
Absolutely not.
That was the first time you didn't get nervous. I said, "Do you like the guy?"
Only men would think that that's okay to ask a woman that. Like only men in their privilege would think that that's okay.
I didn't ask if you slept the guy. I just all I said was, you know, do you like him? That's it.
I'm sure you're aware that I have a partner, right?
I've heard that you're married.
Okay, so I'm sure that you've heard that.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea.
Do you fuck your neighbors? I mean, that's what it sounds like. Do you understand? It's just veiled. So, like, that's what it sounds like. And only, like, seriously, only a man would ask that question.
Do you like someone? Yeah.
Come on. I mean, really, come on. Like, we're trying to be respectful here. If you're going to be respectful of me, only a man that's living in his privilege would ask that question.
Well, I'm using
my
wife.
And think that that's okay.
I'm using
my wife. Because a woman is
wife.
engaged in business and or another relationship that's mutually beneficial, that she either likes the individual or
Stacks.
have some
Stacks,
other thing
shut up.
going on
Shut up.
here.
Stacks, please.
Like, if you put me on a
Stacks.
jogging stool,
Stacks, shut
I
up.
might float.
Would you let me
that's
use
what
my
it
male
sounds
white
like.
privilege right now? Please shut up and let me use my white male privilege, please.
Okay.
See, it worked. That's not hard. That was good. See, normally I couldn't
Don't
do
be
it.
asinine. Like, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt that you're joking.
I'm
Don't be
actually, I am
asinine.
joking. I am joking.
Okay.
I'm a big joker. Because I don't think there's such thing as a. Because I grew up in the ghetto and I got beat up.
What does the ghetto mean? You grew up in the... I mean, come on. Do you understand how that sounds?
No.
I've been living on my own since I was a teenager.
I was kicked out of the house at 16. I mean, I feel you.
Does that give you some street cred or something? I lived in the ghetto and I got beaten up. What does that mean?
That means
Come on.
That means I lived in the ghetto and I got beat up.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Oh. Is that okay? Look, I grew up a very rich kid, but I learned how to manage money. I went to private schools.
Okay.
And you know, my parents are still together. I've lived in California most of my life. I used to be a professional surfer, and now I have my own multi-million-dollar company.
Okay, so what I heard is that you grew up in privilege. You learned how to leverage money based upon the education that you received from being surrounded by privilege and by having parents who afforded you that luxury, and you took advantage of it. And that's a lot of benefit that isn't given to a lot of people. That's all I'm saying.
Right, but I learned that people like you guys are bad. That's what I was taught, and so.
And that's what you're and that's what you're continuing to perpetuate instead of thinking for yourself. Because I grew up with some of the same privilege, but I don't behave in the manner that you behave in, right? So you benefited from your privilege.
Yes.
That's all that people are saying. Like, when people say that there's institutional racism and that white privilege is real, it's just saying that there is a system that we all benefit from because of our skin color. And it can go further than that, right? So it doesn't mean that you've never struggled. It doesn't mean that you haven't been poor. It doesn't mean that you haven't, had to face injustice in your life. It just means that you and I, as white people, are going to share some experiences and never understand what people of color are having to face. That's privilege. That's all it is. And people get really disturbed by that. And I understand and I appreciate when you say, like, I was taught to fear you guys.
Absolutely.
You get it.
Absolutely.
I get it. I would just say, like, get off the computer and out into the streets, because nobody's looking to take anything away from you.
Right.
They just want to elevate their position. I want to help people and support them while they struggle and fight to elevate their position in life.
Right.
But it doesn't mean that I'm looking to take anything from you, or that they're looking to take anything from you.
Well, I'm ready to. I mean, you've got me convinced. I'm ready to start my own division out here. What do I do to start?
You're lying. But I mean, what you do to start is seek out a Black Lives Matter protest. Connect with other allies, see what the message and the mission is about, and how you can amplify and support them. So I'm not necessarily saying that for your benefit, because I'd love to believe that you're, like, facing some of this, but if you're not, I'm saying it for other people that may be listening. I appreciate you giving me the time and calling me. I mean, I hope that we can all work together at some point in time, right?
Well, yeah, no, I would never work with you guys.
I know. I mean, but it was a nice bait, right? And it was a nice, like,
It was a try.
I'm not against you, so like I'm not working against you, and I would work with you.
Right, but I mean, I'm against you, but I'll do everything legal. I mean, I've never harassed you.
Yeah.
I've never. In fact, I've never even said the word fat stacks because I think it's offensive, and I do nothing but make fun of my own self because I'm a bigger guy.
But you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to do that. I mean, and you shouldn't do that to make yourself more comfortable in a world that, you know, has decided that your particular body image doesn't fit an ideal. So
no, I know, but I am fat, and I use my white male privilege that I have to be able to do that. So I guess that's okay.
Well, I mean, I guess that's okay. Women don't get afforded that courtesy as much. We're held to a higher standard.
Right.
But I appreciate you not calling me fat.
No, I never would. I never have.
You know,
I never have, and I never will.
Us. I hope that at some point in time you can keep it in mind. I'm sorry that you've been taught to fear.
Oh, I lied about that. I lied about that part. I'm sorry. I grew up in one of the poorest neighborhoods. I went to all black schools. I grew up with a single mom, 2 dads in and out of prison, the whole shebang. And my mom never took a dime from the government, never will, never has. And I worked my way up from the very bottom of not having anything ever handed to me ever in my life to where I'm at now. But that you know, I could do that.
You're self-hating because
I can do that because
I have privilege, but I kind of turn it down.
See, I don't have privilege. In fact,
I have trouble for a lot of stuff that I did, but I'm loaning my privilege out.
Yeah, it's like a lease, like on a house.
It's really not a lease. I mean, originally I thought that it was a lease.
Yeah.
But it's really a sale because we are, if you're a good ally, you're working within the system to tear it down so everyone can join. So it's not a lease, it's permanent, and I think that's what scares you. And I'm sorry. Sorry that scares you.
Oh, I'm not scared.
Obviously you are. I don't understand why you would engage in some of the activity and behavior that you do otherwise.
Well, what have I done that, when you say my behavior and activity?
I mean, really, like, gonna go citizens arrest Brian Hayes?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, come on.
Yes.
Really?
If I'm told that I can legally go and do that, I am going to do it on Hollywood and Highland when he's there in Beverly Hills next time. And I'm going to walk up. Huh?
It's so tired. Like, I just found a loophole, so I'm going to go exploit it. Meanwhile, people are fighting for their lives. There's no fucking loophole for people that are dying. That is so sad. Like,
who's dying?
It is so incredibly sad. And do you not recognize the privilege and a loophole and or a law that you can force even the police to enforce? And people that are fighting for their lives, people that can't reach in their pocket and pull out their phones or go look at BB guns in Walmart. Crazy. Like, crazy talk.
It is. It's crazy.
I understand that you're recording all this. I get that you're broadcasting all this. My point in calling you was, I don't hate you. I don't hate anyone. I will fight against you, but I'm not actively seeking you out as an enemy. I will struggle against you. I will aid my comrades in struggling against you. And the individual targeting that you're engaging in and that you're engaging in with others is sick.
I have no idea what you're I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have Candy as a good example, and I've seen you on Twitter with the snow apes. Supposedly you ban the snow apes and you ban the word ape because that's racist, but you cooperate and collaborate with the snow ape.
I don't even know what a snow ape is.
Well, then maybe you need to pay more attention to your Twitter, because just like people accuse me of, like, doxing people and retweeting stuff and being engaged in a conspiracy with Anonymous, I see you as being engaged in a conspiracy with Teacot the snow apes who are actively doxing people, because I have mentions back and forth from y'all. So, I mean, like, is that fair? Is that fair for me to say, like, you're responsible for my information being given out and my little sister's information being given out? Like, is that fair? I'm not putting that on you. Just like the Black Lives Movement isn't putting racism on you specifically. It's systemic.
So can we just focus, because you're all over the place, and I'm like really
struggling to keep up. We know.
No, it's not that. It's just that I know I only have a couple seconds to say something. So again, I'm gonna citizen's arrest Brian Hayes if I'm legally allowed to do it. Now,
that's so lame.
Other than that, what?
That's so lame.
I think it's awesome. Don't you?
That is so fucking lame.
It's so awesome.
That is lame. That is lame as shit. The only reason why you're doing that is for some sort of, like, thrill. I mean, really. That is so fucking lame. But keep going. Alright, I'm listening.
Well, no, I asked you. I said, you know, he's out there. He's putting people's lives in danger. And if he's done something illegal and I can citizens arrest him, like, I want to be the ones to put the handcuffs on. Like, that would be so rad. But aside from...
You're lame. I mean, fucking listen to yourself. Like, you're like some little gamer kid sitting in his mom's basement who has, like, 3+ steel-toe boots and, you know, mask of a wisdom shadow power or some shit. That's so lame. I would have put the handcuffs on him. Come on, dude. Come on.
I just think
it... serious? Are you serious right now?
I've only been able to put handcuffs on one other person in my life, and that was
you're a fucking tool. Like, seriously, like, I want to respect you, but that is so stupid. I mean, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
So
people shouldn't be scared of you. They should just be laughing. Like, that is some serious... I live in my mom's basement shit. Like, where's your wife? I mean, come the fuck on.
She's upstairs.
I wouldn't want my husband putting himself in danger like that to go pretend like he's deputy dog. I'm going to send you a costume. Right. For real.
Coming from the person who was out there marching with commies, anarchists,
I'm
jihadis, and white guilt liberal progressives.
Supporting Black Lives. Don't twist this shit. Don't twist it. You're talking about going out and pretending like you're a hero because you ended up being a firefighter instead of a police officer. Let's be real.
I'm not a firefighter.
You said you used to be?
Well, yeah, but why would you say I'm not a firefighter? I'm not a firefighter. I'm not even close.
Alright.
We're not
going to get anywhere tonight. Like, that is the lamest thing I have ever heard from anybody ever. Honestly, you're going to go out and citizen arrest Brian Hayes.
Well, not him.
Just whoever?
No.
Hollywood sign?
Whoever he really is.
Are you going to wear your studded codpiece?
I've talked about that. I've talked about two different ways of doing the arrest, and you tell me which one you think is better. I was gonna go to the thrift shop and pop some tags with, you know, the scarves that like Basm wears. I'm gonna get like three different scarves and do the whole head thing, but just my eyes.
Congratulations, you listen to some like lame ass. I'm gonna pop some tags. So pop some tags. Okay, so does that mean you're gonna shoplift?
Well, let me finish.
Pop some tags in the hood means you're gonna shoplift some shit.
Either I'm gonna do that one,
buy some stuff at a discount,
or I'm gonna dress like a ninja and have a Casper face.
You need Jesus. You need Jesus and whatever other cleansing holy fire that can come down. Like, for real. You know what? I appreciate you for the laugh tonight. What? Come on. What?
So
I can't even take you seriously right now.
I don't know why you are.
I don't even take you seriously. You just said that you're going to go put somebody in jail. You're going to try and go citizens arrest somebody, either in a jihadi costume, which that's what you interpret an Afghan scarf to be, or
ninja.
Or you're going to dress up like a ninja and have a Casper face.
Yeah.
Alright, well, have fun with that.
Well, don't you? Because like everybody would walk by me down in Hollywood, like they would be like, "Oh, that's just a jihadi," or like, "Oh, that's
totally. Why don't you put on a scream face and have a fake rubber knife and see if the LAPD doesn't shoot you where you stand?
Well, that would be kind of stupid, don't you think?
Well, they've done it before, so why don't you call them and tell them how fucking stupid they are?
I just thought of the ideal weapon: a sandwich.
So now you're making fun of Trayvon Martin?
No, that's a different guy. Trayvon Martin wasn't the guy with the sandwich.
Oh, yeah. Trayvon Martin. You're talking about Von Derek Myers.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
The sandwich.
I'm tired. And that's not a fucking funny joke.
I thought it was hilarious.
Honestly. That's not funny at all.
Well, he had a shooting sandwich.
Are you serious?
Well, that's...
You know what? I'm going because I can't even take this conversation halfway seriously.
Don't. You can't leave. Don't leave. You're not going to leave me.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
You can't leave.
I totally can.
No, you can leave. But I want to put...
you've ever had in like 1 viewer hour, but I'm leaving.
I just want to put an image. I just want to put one image in your head.
Disgusting. I hope you fucking rot in hell. I'm not going to take any penalties out on you in this life. That's up to your maker, whoever you think that is. But that was disgusting. A sandwich isn't funny. Dressing up like a Casper ghost isn't funny. None of that shit is funny.
I think it's hilarious. It might even.
Why don't you just go be the fat slob that you are?
There you go.
And go arrest somebody on Hollywood and Vine like that. Like, I'm serious. Like, I'm a fat slob too, if you want to say that. Like, whatever. But that was disgusting. I've tried to have like a good conversation with you, and the fact that you're making light of things that have happened just totally tells me that you're never going to get it. You're a waste of space. That was gross. Like, for real? For real.
Well, Basem started a riot that night saying he died over sandwich.
What does Basem have to do with shit? Basem doesn't have shit to do with anything that you and I are talking about. You're making fun of black lives and people dying in the fucking street, and you want to bring up Basem Mastre to me?
What does this have to do with black lives? This had to do with a guy who had a sandwich that shot at cops.
Shut the fuck up. For real?
Well, that's what he said.
What does it have to do with Basem? That's what you said.
Well, no, you said that I should stand out there with a rubber knife, and I was like, no, that would get me killed. That's stupid. But if I had it...
so just dressing in a ninja costume and wearing a Casper mask, that should also get you shot at the rate the LAPD is going.
No. Hollywood's... They got all the crazies down there. They even let Brian walk around.
All right, honestly, I'm going. Like, I wish you well. Like, we could go in circles. You get off on this, and I just think that some way, somehow, maybe someone is going to be talked to and liberated from their closed-minded ideas, but it's not going to happen. You've already told me. It's not going to happen. I'm telling you it's not going to happen, so we can just stop the conversation there. I wish you luck on your citizen's arrest. More than that, what I really wish you luck on is that somebody is going to arrest you while trying to perform the citizen's arrest. But
that would be bomb. That would be
Alright, I gotta go.
That would be the epic arrest.
I know. I gotta go. I wish you Jesus.
Thank you very much.
Alright, talk to you. Bye.
Hey, I'll give you a call, I don't know, same time next week?
Nope, I'm not accepting any more calls from you guys.
Well, who's you guys? I don't know anybody else. That's me.
They totally have to be individually approved, so you'll have to catch me on a good day.
Can I talk to you?
Other than that, I'm going to consider it harassment.
Do I talk to your media consultant? Who do I talk to get permission?
Just going to have to find me. Alright, I'm going to talk to you later. Have a good night. I appreciate you calling me, though. I hope that you'll reconsider. Black lives do matter.
Absolutely.
And
they do.
Have a good night. Bye.
Hey, is there anything you want to say before you hang up?
Black lives matter.
They do, I agree. And it sounds so silly saying it. Well, she's a trooper. She's a trooper. Oh man, I know you guys are all mad up in chat and all this other stuff because I didn't say everything that you guys probably wanted me to, and I just, I just let her talk. And if you guys wanted to know about her, I'd rather her know about you. You guys all know about me. I don't. I don't try and force any opinions on anybody here. Just it probably would have gone a little better if I didn't have the camera up, because she can see when I'm in my seat and stuff, and facial expressions, and these aren't even prescription glasses. I just do it to make me look smart. I think my next interview with her, I'm just gonna have a recorder that every 30 seconds says, yeah, but, and then the next 30 seconds go, okay, yeah, but. I literally think that if I had a recorder going and those were the only things that it said, like for 30-second intervals, like she'd still be talking and telling me how I feel, what I think. She's probably going over this in her head right now, thinking how great she did and stuffs like that. But I think I'm going to do that next time. So, Stacks, the next time we talk, I'm just going to have a recorder. Just repeat. So if you find those awkward moments, you're going to have to fill them in. I just may not even be here. I may be up with the person who has the other set of handcuffs on. You dig? Alright. So anyways, Stacks, thank you for coming in and spewing your propaganda and picking mine for me. Good times. Come again. And I really didn't learn much about it. I mean, not anything that I didn't already know, I don't think. It's official, though. The Rev Z thing, that was the only thing I learned, actually. And, but thank you. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for being on. All the good stuffs.